On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Inside. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26. Gun.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. They dump off underneath to Ajay. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Zoom. That's fine, yeah. Zoom.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Zoom. 319. Zoom. Blue 58 to that.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw on second down is Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Inside.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
319.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, where y'all going? 319.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got him in open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now for the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have...
Here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet. And that's his 3rd receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job. And I think this might come under the heading of when someone has the hot hand, you've got to keep going back to them.
And on the defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
319.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Zoom. Hey, check 26. Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Jump out.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
22.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they'll run it here. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he spins past him and into space. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Zone. 319.
Rodgers now on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Give him 30 yards there. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a handoff looking right. Shreds the tackle and out of bounds right around the 20. 10 more there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's up and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Play action. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go, come on. Hey, check 26. Zoom. Look at you.
On 1st down, Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
319. Zoom.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Zoom. Got it.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
We are going. Zoom.
To throw is Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. I don't think this will even... Nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight right. Go here. Three down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
Jumbo.
Stafford now to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
We're rolling. Tight end right. 21.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Stafford looks to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. So we're at halftime here at Lamp. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
I'm doing
it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about...
And now here's another interception. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
4 down. 319.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers are pouring it on. Extra point safely through, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, go here!
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Go here!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
4 down, 4 down. Real right, 22.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Big hold of the 30. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And finally brought down at the 43. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
Zoom. Jump out.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Green 19th and on it.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
I'll go over here.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They get it to him running left. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll try to run with a J. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Right back to him on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And they'll go on the ground. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Stafford now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Now Stafford being chased out left. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5.
Okay, Brady, I see you. Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's third and goal. On the sneak, it's Stafford. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on fourth and goal. They come out here in the eye. So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. Josh Jones in on the stop. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now they try the right side here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.